2026. Go and look at the primary school book, right? It says the benefits of colonialism.
Oh my God.
That is what our children, when my children, when I saw the book, that chapter, and what does it say the benefits of colonialism are? Number 1, education.
Education.
2, religion. 3, systems and medicine, right? But almost 70% of Ghanaians still have no access to this medicine, and yet they are living good. Colonization, right, is not in our interest.
Yeah.
So every system that was created by colonialism ultimately becomes our oppressor. Okay. Kofi Ganaba said one thing. He said that what shows the power of a man, he said to him, Nkrumah is the most powerful man who has ever existed. Why? Because Nkrumah got Christians and Muslims to unite against him. And Nkrumah got America and Russia to unite against him. So why did that happen? Because Nkrumah said Ghana is a secular nation. We must remove religion from education. And what we teach in schools must be science-based. So our education as a secular nation cannot be based on faith. It must be based on science. So when our children go to school, all we are going to teach them is what we know to be science today, and we are going to teach them that what we know to be science is constantly changing. If you are Christian in your house, teach your children religion at home. If you are Muslim, teach them. If you are a traditionalist, if you're animist, whatever you are, religion is a private matter. It is not a national matter. So when Nkrumah said, you know, Ghana National Secondary School, the boys who were sacked from either Mfansipim or Adesadal, you know, it all had to do with religion. So Nkrumah created Ghana National Secondary School, which was devoid of religion, right?
Okay.
Even though post his death, they've brought religion there like everywhere else. So Nkrumah said we must remove religion from education, because if you teach something faith-based alongside something which is scientifically based, because it's science, we can say it's absolute, you are teaching people that this theory, which is based on nothing, right? Faith there is based on nothing that is real, because if your faith comes from within, then it's based on something which is real. But if it's external source of faith, we are teaching faith alongside science. So our children are going to grow up believing that faith is the same as science. We must separate them. As soon as Nkrumah tried to remove religion from our educational system, have you ever read the school books, what they say about Nkrumah? They never say anything good about Nkrumah.
Yeah, Nkrumah is one person that in education he's really destroyed. It's
because those who were educated or those who were indoctrinated, right, could not understand Nkrumah's vision, because their minds had already been polluted by religion and 1 + 1 = 2. There are Ghanaians who said, oh, we want to go the British way. How can you go the British way? The British colonized you. Are you going to, if you're going the British way, means you are going to go and colonize Britain. Are you sure you are ready to do that? Are you sure you can do that? So if Ghanaians are going to adopt something British, the first thing we have to do is go and colonize Britain.
Yeah.
But when Ghanaians say we are taking a British approach, colonizing Britain is not even on their radar. That shows you how brainwashed and how stupid this educational system has made us.
But there's one thing I always say, you know, if I'm sitting in my house, right, and some neighbors break into my house and they beat me every day for a week, and then when they are leaving after beating me every day for a week, they give me a book and some biscuits and a movie to watch and tell me that these things they've given me are going to make my life better. Should I believe them? So when we are oppressed for 400 years, and after that oppression, they leave behind their religion, their educational system, and media to keep feeding our minds.
And their healthcare system. Which is dependent on medicines which they produce.
Yes.
Do you know how many Ghanaians have access to Western medicine? It's less than 30%. So the vast majority of Ghanaians, the medicine that they have access to, whether it's a midwife, traditional midwife, whether it's this, is the majority of Ghanaians, right? They use traditional medicine. Okay, when the government allocates Ministry of Health budget, what percentage goes into traditional medicine? If it was not 20, 25 years ago, even the traditional midwives were not incorporated into the National Health Service, even though they were delivering most of the babies in Ghana. So it's like we've got a method of delivering babies in this country, and we ignore it completely because it does not fit the structure of the National Health Service that the British left for us.
Everything that we do is bad. Let me give you an example. Christian mythology is not called Christian mythology. It's just called the creation story. And then we have Greek mythology, which is mythology, but it still sounds nice. And then we have African witchcraft. Look at it. Look at the hierarchy. Christian facts, because everybody knows that Adam and Eve is how the world was created, because that is the creation story. And then Greek, Norse mythology, like all the other ones are mythology. It's nice. You see Thor, and Thor is fighting with his hammer, yes, Mjolnir, because this is mythology, is nice. And African is Chewa with witchcraft.
Yeah. Where does book no lie come from?
No idea.
It's part of the educational system.
Okay.
Book no lie. And yet we know there are more lies in books
Than any other place.
than there are in the mouths of...
You know, one thing I learned a few years ago, and I was disappointed, I had just learned about it. The Ottoman Empire. I didn't know the Ottoman Empire. I didn't know the Ottoman Empire. Because all the history I had studied was from school.
Which is British conquest, French conquest, Norman conquest at most.
Thank you.
American independence.
Thank you. So when I learned about the Ottoman Empire, that they defeated the Romans, because I'd always asked who put an end to the Roman Empire. So when I learned they defeated the Romans, I learned they were the world's superpower for like 400 years. I was like, who are these and why don't I know them?
It's like the Crusades lasted 700 years. Who were they fighting with? That you can't beat them for 700
years.
So, a 700-year war, fighting over what?
Over
What are you fighting for?
Over whose religion is right.
How does that make sense, right? If you...
I mean, recently, they called the US-Iran war a holy war. That's what the US said. So